test 5 maps in one match. 5 of them.
Yeah.
He also finished the entire group stage with the highest average accuracy by quite a lot. Very strong player, especially early stages like this. Like this is gonna be a good game for him. As long as he can FC, he's definitely gonna shine here. But on the other side, we also have Mouse Easy, which was arguably the MVP of the entire World Cup last year. So I think it's gonna be a really good matchup.
Yeah, I mean you have like monsters like Chaos Slits just mentioned. He's otherwise known by his nickname, the Supermarket. Go figure what that means. But definitely Mouse Easy, like you mentioned, is MVP material. I'm sure he's gonna do amazing work today as well. His consistency is always like like his poster banner. You see him in a match, you know that he's gonna do great because he's always there to show up. And I can't really think of like any sort of map that he's not really good at. Speed, reading, tech, like he's got them all. Alright, and seems like the players are in the room, so I believe we'll get on with the first warm-up map. This looks like it's a Brazilian pick, I'm guessing?
Yeah, safe assumption that this is
safe assumption.
Even mapped by one of the OWC players from their, for some reason, not playing his own map though.
Yeah, this is once again, warm-up maps are always the ones where the players can throw in some memes, and obviously here we're witnessing the most avant-garde Brazilian mapping style of the mapping community. So what do you have to say for this style of mapping, Azer?
And look at this mastery of the editors mechanics here. We've absolutely never seen something like this before.
I mean, MCY is already showing his much appreciation towards the Brazilian community for mapping this masterpiece. I mean, the cursor waving he's doing is absolutely unseen before. I guess he's completely given up thinking as he's just fiddling around with his cursor, not even clicking now. Meanwhile, the Brazilian players are leading by a hefty 50,000 points. No, sorry, 40,000 points right now. Now 50. And it's continually expanding, showing that they have much preparation done before this hand. Not surprising.
I appreciate the bass boost. Hey.
You're almost on sync there. Actually, I wonder if this map is mapped just for OWC, because I'm sure that some teams do map especially for OWC.
See those spinners?
This guy's why is very confused with what he's playing right now.
Yeah, where's Toy? We gotta love this. MCA as well. Where's Handsome? Put your vote in for this. Masterpiece. Brazil definitely showing that they practiced this, almost getting double the score of Hong Kong.
I mean, when you're leading a team by their entirety of their score, it shows that you're definitely better at them on this map. I think I can say that.
Unfortunately, we'll see Gids failing. We won't get to hear the end of the song. Quite unfortunately. Tragedy, really. I was really enjoying that. Strong performances across the board. The 77% top score. Mouse Easy as good as ever.
Yep, definitely showing that he is the carry backbone of his team. I mean, a 96 combo on this map is very, very impressive.
We'll see what Hong Kong has as a warm-up prepared for this.
Yeah. I mean, this is where you really flex to the other team. Like, you know, OWC is one thing, clicking circles, but the memes, you don't want to lose the meme battle, that's for sure. If one team flexes that meme to you, what are you going to counter with? And it seems like the Hong Kong has a very big statement to make that the government knows.
Yeah, there's always a bit of national pride that goes into warm-up picks. Looks like Hong Kong is not opting for that, though. They go for a government knows. The government knows, guys.
It's a map by Woi, apparently.
Absolute unit of a song, by the way. Great stuff.
Yeah, very, very deep lyrics in there. I'm sure that my government knows that I masturbate. It's very, very true, I think.
Song has a great video as well. Worth the watch.
Well, speaking of Hong Kongese mappers, they're definitely like, very, very well-known ones out there. Skystar is the first to come to mind for me. Like he is arguably one of the most prolific and high-quality mappers out there. And many Hong Kongese players on this roster also map themselves. Chaos Blitz, I know for one, is a very unique mapper. Basically, if you've played O's, you definitely have played a Hong Kongese map before.
Yeah, there are so many of them too. Like,
yeah,
and a lot of them are really good players too. When they play in community tournaments, they all tend to play together in the same team, which they call Shen Mapo, I believe.
Yeah. I think that's like the Hong Kongese, Taiwanese plus some Chinese mappers, or mapping players.
Just that entire region seems to have just unreal mapping talent. Chaos Blitz as well, that I've mentioned earlier, has some great quality maps, tends to win a lot of the mapping competitions that happen.
We actually are going to see Hidden Hard Rock from Mistia. Oh, seems like MCY has a shout out to you.
Looks like it.
Oh, did I not get a shout out? Wow, okay. I know which team I'm rooting for this today.
MCY, can you please shout out everyone? I know you can hear me.
No, I've actually never played this map before. I mean, I heard the song, but not the map. Is this map like well known in the community?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
It was currently loved as of last week.
Wow. Okay, so it's very new. No wonder.
Yeah, the map is pretty fun.
I can tell there's a lot of very tricky patterns here, but if you get to hit them correctly, and I think they are very fun to play overall. And again, it just require a lot of very solid fundamental skills.
Yeah, Woi maps in general tend to disregard trying to go for just polish and quality and just go for fun patterns, as you can.
Already a very, very heavy section kicking in here, and almost all the players, actually all the players are breaking here, except for Mistia, who still holds a very impressive full combo with Hidden Hard Rock. What the? Oh, okay, and there he goes.
Yeah, that was really impressive to hold this combo for that long on that part.
Yeah, I was very not much expecting it.
I guess we haven't really talked about Mistia that much, which is also kind of like the second man of Brazil, right behind Mouse Easy. Also just this consistent, very solid player all around. Had a very good showing in group stages.
Yeah, last year I remember when Mistia, Mouse Easy, Fabricio Orbi, and Blue Dragon, otherwise known as Miss Magius now, like they would just perform carries over carries on various maps, and they really carried Brazil far, and so I'm hoping that they will do the same thing this year.
Yeah, we fell victim to those guys last year, so I'm pretty familiar with them.
So I guess then overall, Aza, what is your impression of the Brazilian team over the years?
Over the years?
Yes.
Well, I was not familiar with... Nice!
Nice!
Did MCY write 488?
I think he rolled like lots of PP or something like that. Yeah, they all rolled 485 PP.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Brazil has definitely always been underrated, at least in the past 2 or 3 years. People were definitely sleeping on Mouse Easy last year. Now that we know he's just absolutely insane. Now it's become more about sleeping on the rest of the team. Like everyone always has their eyes on him. But as we can see, even in this warm-up, like Mistia is here. Nobody really ever talks about him. They have a lot of other players with the similar thing going on with them, where they're kind of just not really talked about, and then suddenly when you don't expect them to do good, they do good.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely showing right now already. I mean, earlier we said Mystic carried like 500, almost 600 combos, but Mouse Easy earlier, before he broke, had like 300, almost 400 combos on this map. And the scores, of course, is going to speak the loudest. That's 831k on this map, which is very impressive.
5 miss on Mouse Easy.
That is something. When everyone else had like double, if not triple digits miss. Yeah, yikes. Alright, so that's the warm-ups out of the way, and we're gonna get into the bans now. Well, before that, the player's gonna roll first. Let's see, Giz rolled only 16 points. That's... yeah, he knows that's not gonna be good. So, 84% of chance going over to Brazil. Now, Brazil has to just roll a point higher.
Yeah, both of these teams, at least in the group stages, have shown pretty consistent bans. Brazil opting to go for the more just technical reading stuff, a lot of bans on crush and indifferences and stuff like that, while Hong Kong just straight up banning the like fast accuracy maps like Harlequin and Hoki. So this time around, I think they'll try to stick to that. Maybe Hong Kong is going to go for a hard rock ban, or maybe like one of the DT bans, because the maps this year, or this round, sorry, are pretty fast for DT. They're not that much harder. But in terms of speed, they're really fast. So if they banned Hokiboshi last time, they're pretty likely to ban something like Executioner.
Yeah. And also, you do have like those really long ones, like the ones being banned right now, Machiri, I think that's how you pronounce it. This one is very long. Yeah, like 1700 something combo, if not 1800 combos. Like that's a very long map. So
yeah,
for double time,
I think it's more longer than 4 minutes with double time. Has a lot of doubles, tricky rhythm, kind of test your stamina. Not necessarily like your speed stamina, but just being able to focus for that long and being able to be accurate, especially on Score V2 on that map. It's pretty rough. So they're just gonna get it out of the way.
They got doubles, they got triples, got streams. I mean, Andrea's the mapper, that's all you have to know about it, to know it's not going to be easy. And now we're
should be pretty interesting to see this match, because I think both of these teams, in terms of planning and in terms of what they want to pick, they're complete opposites. So, like, in theory, if that works out well, we might actually end up seeing a tiebreaker here. Like, Hong Kong tends to go for more of no mod hidden, whereas Brazil just bans that out and instead goes for more double time, like free mod kind of things. So Mouse Easy, or Brazil rather, will be banning another very long map, the Dormitory Hidden, also mostly just a consistency. This very long map.
Louis Cypher is a mapper, once again, very well-known mapper in the community. You guys might remember his map, which is Mad Machine from 2016. But yeah, Louis Cypher's style definitely resonates with some old players. And with the bans out of the way, we're gonna get to the first pick.
I would expect them to go for a DT first pick. Yeah, there it is. They're gonna go for... You're gonna have fun pronouncing that one. I will not.
Fu Yun Ben Lang. There you go.
Thank you very much. Very short map. Map by Jonathan LFJ a couple of years ago. Very short and sweet, pretty comfortable for most players that are playing in this, if not all that are in for this map. It's just a little bit fast, so tournament nerves and stuff like that can make you drop accuracy, but yeah, we should be expecting a lot of full combos on this.
Yeah, noteworthy are the sliders. You don't want to trip out on those, sorry. I mean, the nodes themselves aren't going to be especially spaced. This is still a run of 16 map pool still, so the general difficulty is still pretty low. But the thing is, sliders are not taken into account in the map star difficulty calculation process, and some map pool selectors do like to utilize that particular part to trip out players. We've already seen that happen last weekend with Late White Terrorism.
I think this map is definitely slightly Brazil favored. Anything can happen though, especially as the first map. That's if there's ever a time where there's a likely upset on a map that's going to happen, it's always on the first map, in my opinion. Like Brazil picks this knowing that they're comfortable on it. They want to win this. They're very confident that they're going to win this, but it's the first map. They're just getting in the tournament. Sometimes nerfs can get you. Hong Kong is likely doing the opposite, just going into this, just saying, hey, maybe this isn't our map. It's okay. We can take the L on this one, and then they won't get as nervous because they're already expecting to lose this pick, and then they end up winning it. So anything can happen, but yeah, definitely Brazil favored.
Yeah, like you said, the same thing could happen to Hong Kong as well. But for this Brazilian pick, we're gonna have to see what Hong Kong brings in for their fourth player first. Right now, we've got Gids, SkySY, and Saku waiting for the fourth. And for Brazilian side, we have My Angel Sim, Mystia, MaoCZ, and Sickle. All four players are very well known and very good players. So I'm gonna guess that they're gonna go out, start with a bang. That's what they're gunning for here.
Yeah, we should be expecting Chaos Litz to be playing this. He hasn't played any of the warm-ups, so I'm wondering if he's even here.
Yeah, maybe.
Kind of devastating if he wasn't. There he is. Okay.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, it really would make a huge difference if your best player is not in for your vital matches. Like I recall, I think it was 2015 where in the winners of the semifinals, when China and USA played each other for the first time, I think it was Toy who was either away or not playing his favorite set, that led to USA losing that match and dropping to the losers. And they eventually came back after from the losers bracket in the grand final. Alright, seems like we got the players ready in the room and we're starting this match. Finally, it's Brazilian versus Hong Kong. First pick, Brazilian. It's going to be double time map, Fu Yun Ben Lang. Seeing lots of hype from the Brazilian fans.
As always.
As always.
They have a very dedicated fan base, which is nice.
Always nice. Shows that this community is very much alive in that region of the world.
There we go.
Starting with
it. Brazil with a small accuracy lead at the beginning.
Yeah, but accuracy dropped from SkySY, going down to 93% for a short period of time, but he's climbing back up now.
It's very early to say still, but MaoCZ is still with the SS.
Yeah, his accuracy is absolutely out of this world. Meanwhile, Chaos Litz also commanded 99% accuracy, which is pretty high for this map. Mystia also 99+%, forgot to mention that. And thanks to those two accuracies for the Brazilians, they're going to take the early lead. So Noah has dropped, and this map is prone to drops in later section. We are arriving at the last 1/3. This is where most drops happen for the earlier matches we've seen.
Yeah, even with 8 FCs, just Brazil's accuracy lead on this is just massive, over 100k accumulated. But with any misses happening on either team, it could easily change. There's still a little bit of the map left. MaoCZ will be breaking his SS, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's still a very, very commanding 99.6% accuracy. Overall, though, I think Brazil will take this one because... Oh, and yeah, here the drops coming in, but that's not going to make a difference because Brazil will close that one up with 4.6 million in total.
Yeah, this is the very end of the map anyways.
Yeah.
317k points in the favor of Brazil. Very confidently taking the first point in this match too. MaoCZ with the 200 FC there. Mystia not too far behind, as well as My Angel Sim, all with 99+. Very good.
An overall very clean and very convincing lead throughout the way. Brazil definitely has strong with this one. So first point going over to Brazil, and now Hong Kong has a chance to pick the next map.
Yeah,
I believe Hong Kong banned double time, right? If I recall, for the bans. So one more double time left for Brazil if they want to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I can see Hong Kong going for no matter hidden here. Maybe Sengoku Hop or Maritime Police. Maybe Tokasa as well, the AR8 hidden.
Yeah. Hong Kong is always being very strong with hidden, so that definitely could be an option. Especially Chaos Litz is on the field right now. He will definitely sub in for that. Maritime Police hasn't yet been picked. I'm not sure. Oh, so we're going for Sengoku Hop.
Yeah, this map can be quite scary. It might seem a little bit simple, but paying attention, there's just a lot of the way it flows really demands you to snap. And so you can very easily just miss snap one object, and then your score just goes down.
Yeah.
It's a pretty scary map. I think it's definitely the right pick for Hong Kong, though. Just trying to get a point back on the board on their own pick here.
The map set belongs to Nathan, otherwise the previously known as Suki Nathan, but the mapper I believe is Gomu, according to the difficulty name. I mean, Gomu or Nathan, whoever mapped this, they're both very good mappers, and when it comes to the general style, they can converge to a point where the players will just scream, "Oh no, please no."
Is Suki Nathan on Nosu?
I think so. Now, of course, enough with that name-changing gibberish. We're going in for this next map very soon. I believe the players are ready up, and we're going in starting 5.
Yeah, although I think this pick will definitely be Hong Kong favored on the Brazilian side. Again, like I've mentioned earlier, Mouseizy and Mistia should be very strong on this kind of... I expect Mistia is going to have very, very good accuracy on this.
Yeah, Nanako and Akane Hime have stepped in for their respective teams. Let's see what they've got.
Hong Kong winning the spinner. As always,
Very
it's important.
Very important. I mean, the happy match is set by a mere 1,000 points this weekend already.
Kane with a bit of an early act drop here, gonna give the slight lead to Hong Kong. Still very early though.
Yeah, the map itself.
Sorry, go for it.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say this map is very. This map is a good showcase of how good you are at alternating. A lot of 1/3 streams in this all over. 3 SSs on the Hong Kong side.
Then again, you can always go for, if you're a single tap beast, go for the single tap if you want to. Sure. If you don't mind getting RSI from it, that is.
Yeah, my Angel Sim will be seeing the first break here, just reinforcing Hong Kong's lead.
If you're 110, but Gitz is the next one to see a break. And that's going to give the lead, well, not right back yet, but we're going to see it shrinking before Brazilian takes it back.
Yeah, I think Hong Kong will still be taking a bit of a lead here because Akane's accuracy is very low.
Yeah, I mean the slider ends are very easy to draw for this one. This is score V2 after all, and on this kind of maps, you can only expect the players to hold the accuracy if they are comfortable with the style. But not everyone is, especially when it's just a run of 16 map that some players may underestimate them and not get enough practices in. Still, though, the lead is very, very small if you're from Hong Kong right now. Any drop can change. I do believe there's another drop coming from Gids and Akane Hime just now.
Yeah, we might be seeing some slider breaks here. These are pretty hard to hit.
Yeah, very technical, but then again, Hong Kong is not known to be a team that's weak in that particular area.
Looks like Akane will be the only one breaking on that. My Angel Sim did break at the very start of the match, but has since recovered.
Ooh.
Oh, Nanako missing right off of the break. Wait, this might change some things. We're now 2 FCs to do, but Brazil has the combo lead. Mistia and Mouseizy just keep going. They might see a chance at a comeback here. The score is still very close, less than 100k.
Yeah, now the carrying shoulder lies upon Chaos Liz and Saku, who just broke, and that means now Brazil will take back the lead very, very shortly.
Wait, Mistia broke too, though.
Oh, so you're right.
1-1 in terms of FCs. Chaos Liz still has 100.
So this is down to the captains really taking over.
Will miss along with Gids and Mistia. A lot of people breaking on that. Chaos Liz the only FC on the board now.
Yeah, the supermarket taking up his carrying role, and now we see that he's just expanding the score lead. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, absolutely just dominating on this map. What the?
Yeah.
The only FC with outstanding accuracy. easily carrying Hong Kong in that one. Only a single 100.
No slider and drop. It's just 100 on a single hit object. Oh my god. And looking across the board, actually, Hong Kong will be able to take this one accuracy-wise if we do decide... Actually, no. Yeah, it's... It may come down close if everyone full combos. I retract that statement. Yeah, I just realized that actually Akane Hime and Nanako both have low accuracies. Still, though, very impressive performance from both teams throughout the way. Like, the final section, I believe the nerves kicked in for sure. I saw some shaky cursors, and the accuracy drop definitely proved that nerves are a thing in this.
That is now Brazil's pick. They might be looking into something like the Executioner. Maybe some free mod, maybe Climber's High. Bit of a mostly just aim map.
Executioner, lots of doubles here and there, and overall you can expect the same kind of ZTS song to be mapped. If you are familiar with other 070 expansion songs, I mean every single OWC we've had at least one 07 somewhere.
More cowbell. Sorry, I had to.
It's okay. I saw that one coming.
I had to complete it. It looks like they'll be going with Leap in Your Mind Hard Rock. Strong pick for them as well. CS 6.5.
Yes.
Very hard to do in a tournament setting.
Also, keep in mind that this is a very short map as well. So if you end up dropping on one of those unfortunate jumps, that can be big for your team. The mapper is Lasse, who is quite well known in the post-2016 meta.
Yeah, Lasse, in terms of tournament map pools, has contributed a lot of maps just because his mapping style can be a little bit hard to hit. Sometimes, like, he'll, for some reason, he just produces a lot of really good high CS hard rock maps. Seem to have one every year or more. He had one last year as well, I believe in quarterfinals. Looks like Brazil will be putting in Sicko for this one. See if they can continue the match, taking another point on their pick. I think if it keeps going like this and they keep picking what they're strong at, like there's easily potential for a tiebreaker in this match. But we'll have to see. We still have a lot of OSU gameplay to watch, guys. As we watch Brazil's pick on Leap in Your Mind with Hard Rock.
Alright, and the map will start. As we see that on the screen, you see object size that's slightly bigger for your convenience in viewing. In reality, the players are hitting objects slightly smaller comparatively. The first miss, early miss, will go towards Hong Kong.
Yeah, super early miss from this guy. It's not too important. It's only 30 combo.
But again, it's a very short map, so we're already a quarter in.
MCY seems to be struggling a little bit with his accuracy and getting a miss there.
MCY
giving a very strong lead at the beginning for Brazil.
Yeah, I mean the score is already there. Like Brazil only has to hold their combos, but once the jump section kicks in, that's gonna be easier to be said than done.
Sicko will be seeing another miss though, not another miss, his first miss. Yeah. But I don't think it will really matter too much. Brazil still has a very strong lead on this. Now, 3 full combos to 3.
Accuracy-wise, Brazil definitely has the commanding lead right now. A lot of that lead is factored from the accuracy portion. Meanwhile, on the Hong Kong side, Chaos Lit still holding strong with Gids. They're going to have to defend their team against Brazil and hoping for a chance to come back. Here we go into the slightly harder jumpier section. The back and forth squares kicking in. Oh, and Missia will be the one to break there.
Oh, okay, that's bad.
Yeah, Mango's just missing there. Kind of unexpected too. Another lead is, oh, you see the quickly shrinking. I'm still getting used to this new UI, but this is really showing how exaggerated the lead is going back and forth.
Yeah, their pick might not be working out here. Hong Kong taking the lead with 2 FCs still, just to 1 of Mouse Easy, but it's still very close now.
Very close. Look at that. That's 40,000 only right now.
Going for Hong Kong. Taking a point on Brazil's pick here. That's pretty massive.
Yeah, only 32,000 points in difference. Wow. Both Chaos Blitz and Mouse Easy commanding the exact same accuracy. Very impressive. Ooh, wow, you really cannot underestimate either team right now. Like we said, both are very strong teams. It's a coin flip which one is going to come out victorious. And right now it seems like both teams are bringing their A game, no pun intended.
Yeah, Brazil now has a lot on their shoes to answer, just losing on their own pick. Now they'll probably have to deal with a no-mod or hidden map, which they seem to not really want to play. We'll have to see what Hong Kong goes for. There's still Maritime Police open for them, as well as the Air 8 hidden pick, which I think would be both great picks for them.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing some quality anime plot on my screen. Seeing the Hong Kongese fans very excited right now, seeing that their team has finally broken a point.
I've seen a lot of people be disappointed that Maritime Police has not been picked yet. Just solely for the eye candy.
I mean, when you're playing OS, you only see like one screen client of it at a time, but right now you can just expect 8 players at the same time. That's 8 clients worth of eye candies. Can you believe that? 8 clients worth. You of course want the players to pick it.
For me, the real pleasure in that song is the hit sounding, though.
Of course. Mirror is, of course, we featured the Mirror map in the previous run also, and he himself is a very good mapper, very well known. In fact, I would say that if your map is made into the OWC map pool, you are not a bad mapper, so by all means, all praise is deserved.
Definitely a very well-liked map of his. Hong Kong taking their time to pick, though. They're a little bit unsure.
Yeah, each team gets 3 minutes, so 180 seconds before a map has to be decided. So you can go for a lightning pick, or you can take your sweet time and discuss among your teammates. And they have spoken. It's going to be Owari to Hajimari no Oto.
It's similar to last week's free mod, the first free mod, which is mostly just a lot. We won't be seeing a lot of no mods on this. It's definitely one of the easier maps in the pool to mod on. So we should be seeing 5 or 6, maybe even more mods on this.
Yeah, early stage free mod maps likely develop into mod stacking, where whichever side can stack the most mod to outmod the other team. Plus, of course, getting those full combos to make it really count.
Yeah, this one also being very short, only about 2 minutes long, and it's also extremely low circle size. The Hard Rock doesn't really change much on it.
Yeah, but some players may opt for a Hard Rock AR-10. They will find that maybe a little more easier to read. I guess it comes down to personal preference, I suppose. Hidden or Hard Rock, pretty much always a choose your poison kind of thing in the OWC. And of course, you have the players who are crazy enough to go for the Hidden Hard Rock.
Alright, getting into it. Brazil with 7 mods. Triple HDHR.
Oof. I just saw that. Yeah, that's gonna be big.
Hong Kong a little bit more conservative here, not really opting to go as much, so they'll have to hope for a break or some really low accuracies from Brazil in order to even win this.
Yeah, OD10 on Hard Rock is gonna be an issue for the players to deal with. Like you have the players like, of course, Chaos who just doesn't really care about that OD10.
Yeah, Chaos doesn't care about anything. He just doesn't matter what the map is. He just has good accuracy on it.
Yeah, speaking of accuracy, we also have another player who's not with us this year, but definitely played OMC before, whose name goes by Ming, and followed by some numbers I believe everyone already knows what I'm talking about.
I believe Ming was supposed to be Hong Kong's 8th man?
Yeah, something happened, I suppose, that led to him not having availability this year. But he is definitely with Hong Kong in spirit. And here we have Brazil taking a slight lead in the halfway point. Nobody has broken yet, so that can still trip up some, change things up a little bit.
And that's purely just from having the mod advantage. Just having 4 more mods will do that to your team score here. Oh, but we're seeing an act drop.
Yeah, act drop from the sliders.
Oh, MCR will be completely breaking though.
Ooh, and the advantage of the scoreboard just completely shifts right over to Brazil's side.
That was really fast.
Yeah, I mean this is of course a new UI, so it's slightly exaggerated, and also for convenience of viewers to know what is going on when a drop or a shift in the score does happen. About a quarter left, if not 20%. We see that the Brazilians are still holding to their full combos. This really is a mod stacking contest, and Brazil is proving that high risk, high reward turns out well for them.
Yeah, if they're gonna go with 4 FCs on this with relatively good accuracy, even if MCY didn't miss, that would have just been a win for Brazil.
Yeah,
like, that is a lot of points just purely from the mods. 4 FCs on that map, very, very well.
Yeah, not to mention 4 perfect FCs, meaning no slider and dropped. That's a very impressive performance on Score V2.
Brazil able to do it. Teams trading picks here. I wasn't really expecting that. But it is back to being tied 2-2. A tiebreaker. It's coming. Slowly but surely.
Well, we're a little bit away from that, but definitely you're right. If this keeps on happening, the teams just keep on trading picks, and we see no really score lead anywhere. And yeah, that's going to be a tiebreaker for sure, which is going to be the first tiebreaker this weekend. Earlier, we have seen a very close match between South Korea and Taiwan that almost very closely led to a tiebreaker before Taiwan finally clutched it at the very end.
We'll be doing a quick restart with the client on our side.
Yes, so please hold on tight.
Don't panic. It's not over yet.
Yes, not over yet.
Game will be back on Brazil's pick, though. I would personally like to see them pick X.
Yeah, I mean they definitely have a double time advantage on the roster, so perhaps going for something more comfortable and to really start expanding their lead before the match has to develop into a tiebreaker, that would be ideal. But then again, Hong Kong is of course right behind them, just clenching to their shirts tightly, not wanting to let go. I'm gonna guess that Hong Kong is gonna have to start picking someone out of their comfort zone if they want to really win this. Oof. Then again, Maritime Police is still in the pool and not picked. Wink wink nudge nudge players. And actually they're going for, yeah, you're right, exactly what they're opting for. That's going to be the Executioner, the final double time map for this pool.
Come to think of it, both of these teams in their last pick kind of stepped out in their comfort zone. Brazil with the Hard Rock pick when they typically don't go for that, and Hong Kong with the free mod pick when they typically don't go for that. So now it looks like things are back on track. Brazil picking what they're definitely favored on.
Yeah, and I can only imagine the Hong Kong going back to a hidden or nomad for the next pick.
Yeah, this map is definitely great in a tournament setting. It's never really over. The ending can be extremely brutal if you're not prepared and familiar with the map, especially on Score V2. You can drop so many sliders.
Yeah, we have seen accuracy tanks in the previous rounds near the end too, so definitely keep your eyes open for that.
Also a great song. I'm glad we've seen this so far, and I think all of the matches.
Yeah, ZTS, the artist, has produced a number of variants actually. So namely Golden Slaughter, Golden Dominator, Mirage Coordinator, and Dreamman Discharger. I believe all 4 have been featured in tournaments before, if not OWC.
Yeah, all of them being relatively older maps as well. Just fitting really good as DT picks, honestly.
Yeah, they're fairly slow, so adding a double time on there definitely speed them up to the right, just the right amount. All right, so here we go into the double time pick. Early we see a slight lead going over to Brazil. All the players holding onto the combos, and accuracy is the only thing speaking right now. Will Brazil be able to clinch onto their accuracy lead throughout the way like they did before, or will we see a slight turn of events this time?
Yeah, even if you build an early accuracy lead on this map, like I said earlier, the real meat of the map is at the end, towards the end. There's some pretty tricky sections to hit. So as long as you hold your combo at the beginning, I don't think anything really matters. So while Brazil has a very strong lead here, it all becomes to whether or not they can hold on until the very end.
Trust in the Brazilian players to hold, and also to the Hong Kongese players to challenge that. A slight triangle jump section, nobody trips up. Second section comes in. It's still holding strong. Yeah, after this will be the accuracy section, like we said. A little bit of doubles here. Very easy to drop your accuracy on those slider ends. Sorry, slider heads, not ends.
Brazil have built quite a sizable point lead. No one will be raking on these streams, so there we go. Now the true map really begins. We'll see if Brazil can hold on. Any break here can be pretty devastating.
Yeah, we've seen that all the players can full combo this map, but accuracy otherwise. If Brazil holds on to the combos, accuracy will be... Oh, and there it is, breaks coming in from Gids and MCY. Brazil will be able to hold through that lead, hold at least through that section, and I think that's going to be a 4-man FC for Brazil.
Yeah, there is absolutely no chance Hong Kong can come back from that. We might even see the score leave us for a little bit here.
Yeah, because the scorebar only accounts for, I think, 1 million for Pepe. And no, actually, so that's going to be... Yeah, Brazil taking this one very convincingly, 4.57 million versus 3.92 million. Oof, that's
a difference there.
Yeah.
Again, Chaos Litz and Mouse Easy with fantastic accuracies, as expected.
Absolutely. And I mean, both teams are very strong for this. It's just that comes down to that one section where it has to be made a difference. I mean, you have to have a winner somewhere, and just turns out that Brazil will be able to take this one home as we predicted. And now it's back to Hong Kong's side to pick.
Yay! There it is!
There we go, finally! Seems like the Hong Kongese players are paying attention to our stream and answering to our prayers. Maritime Police will be picked for the first time this weekend.
Yeah, this is a song. This is a good song. I
like the speed a lot.
Everything about this pick is great, honestly. Map can be pretty interesting. A lot of tricky rhythm that you kind of have to know. Great hit sounding. Great map, great background, great mapper. I love Mirror.
And it seems like Hong Kong will have a slight roster change for this. Nanako, Gids, Chaos Slits, and who will be the fourth one. Meanwhile, for the Brazilian side, has there been anyone switched from the previous map? I don't think so. No, Siko has been switched out for Akane Hime, I think. And of course, we're seeing the same trend for most OWC teams. You have like the kind of pattern going on where you have the one or two players who are staying in for almost all the maps and the other players switching in here and there. For this one, you see that Gids and Chaos Slits are pretty much their stationary pick for Hong Kong, and for Brazil, Mistia and Mouse Easy definitely.
Yeah, while Hong Kong would be feeling pretty confident on this, it's very easy to break on this map. To be quite honest, I don't think we're going to be seeing a lot of FCs on this. Typically, it tends to be a little bit on the harder side of the pool, so that actually can play into Brazil's advantage if Mouse Easy and Mystic can do well.
It comes down to the overall consistency of the team. I mean, definitely you can carry this, but that's only depending on if the other team completely breaks apart. I don't think either team is going to break apart for this one. So still we have to basically look at the overall performance. Saku is going to be the last person to enter. I believe we're now starting. So yeah, I think it's going to come down to basically the captains or the main players neutralizing each other and the other players to make a difference. The ones who are constantly subbing in and out. Alright, so here we go. Seeing some love from the Hong Kongese community, and Brazilian fans are, of course, very vocal as well. Let's hope the prayers reach to their players, and the players will respond in kind.
Yeah, look at that bird. He looks so nice. Great background. Right?
That's a very majestic looking bird.
I appreciate that bird.
Yeah, me too. My eyes is completely on that bird, going nowhere else. Sorry, what match? Oh right, the match we're on right now. And it seems like the first miss will be coming over from Gids from Hong Kong. Oh, that beginning section completely tripped him up, and Nanako as well, meaning Brazil will take over the lead for now.
Yeah, that pattern shows up a little bit over the map. It's mostly what people are going to be breaking on. We shouldn't be seeing any breaks for quite a long time, and that was fairly early on, but Brazil will be taking back the lead.
Yeah, they have a chance to build a combo, and now Hong Kong will have to hold for a miss from Brazil in order to come back. But seeing how the players are playing very conservatively, I don't think it's going to be too big of an opening that Hong Kong can really gun for. Brazil will really have to break apart in order for them to. And as I was saying that, Akane Hime seems to be the one to break next. But that's still only one break though, and Gids and Saku will be able to make a recovery now.
Actually, in the long run, Akane's miss is going to hurt a lot more than Gids and Saku's misses, especially since his accuracy is hurting a lot. He broke a higher combo. Then Nanako will be breaking his full combo though.
I don't think Nanako was holding a full combo actually. I think we missed his break earlier. But nonetheless, he was holding a pretty fairly high combo, and that's going to be the lead continue to expand over for Brazilians. Over 100,000 points, halfway through the map now. Anything can happen still.
Oh, Gids a little struggling on that map. Nanako as well. Yeah, Hong Kong not doing so good on their own pick here. Only one FC left, up to 3, I believe. Brazil really showing up in this.
Chaos Liz and Mouse Easy carrying their teams respectively. But now it comes up to the other players to answer. We're looking at the other players who are not really considered the main carries, because we have 2 carries that will neutralize each other, and can the other players come up to do their part? That's a big question here. My Angel's in here holding on quite convincingly, 99+% accuracy with a full combo. That's going to help his team a lot. Meanwhile, Mr. Red behind him, slightly below in accuracy.
I think there's absolutely no way for Hong Kong to come back in this one. Only about a quarter of the map left. There's already a 300, 400k point. Even if Nigelson just broke his FC, I don't think it's going to matter too much. Mausizi and Mistia are holding very strong.
Nigelson breaking there in a spaced section, but that's not going to make a difference at all. 400,000+ points in lead. Looks like this one will go over Retro Brazil just fine.
Yeah, with the uncharacteristic miss at the end there. On like the easiest part of the map, but it's okay.
Yeah, I have a feeling like this one is a Brazilian pick and Hong Kong accidentally picked into this one. Here comes the triangle 1/3, and nothing really happens out of the expectations. Brazil will be able to take this one.
Yeah, pretty convincingly too, like a higher than 300k point lead for them. Finally have a strong lead in the match. Now 2 points up.
Yeah, I think Hong Kong is definitely trying to reach out of their comfort zone, but they accidentally reached into Brazil's comfort zone instead.
Yeah, that pick for Hong Kong really didn't work out. It seems like Gids and Nanako really struggle on that map.
Yeah, well, they definitely tried to make a difference, and effort was valiant. Still, results was a different story.
Yeah, Brazil now probably feeling very confident about whatever they have in store. Game just got blown wide open for them.
Yeah. Apparently, Gids was expecting a little more from him because he apparently had an FC in the practice. Well, practicing and actual MP performance are very different things. I'm sure the players can appreciate that. Yeah, but still, the match is still just getting started, and it's still far from over. So Hong Kong has a chance to come back still, and Brazil will have to work at least 2 more points before they can really claim this one back home.
Yeah, now that we've seen 6 maps being picked, a lot of both teams actually kind of picked their most favorite stuff. They picked their comfortable maps. Now they're gonna have to go into the stuff they're not so confident on. Maybe it looks like Brazil will be going for Whereabouts Unknown Hard Rock. It's BPM changing map. Good old Pishy Fat. Mostly just an accuracy battle. But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, the BPM change can be a little bit hard for the players to maintain accuracy on, but aside from that, this map is going to be fairly straightforward. I mean, Pishy Fat really isn't known to be a mapper that's particularly cruel to the players, barring a few maps in exception. Overall, though, I would say that Pishy is one of the most widely loved mappers in the community. He has done a lot of mapping tutorials and in-depth analysis of why certain maps are mapped in certain ways. And if you want to know more about mapping, or just try to get into the mapping community a little bit, like a beginners to mapping kind of level, go check out his YouTube channel, and I'm sure you'll find something interesting.
Yeah, very helpful to the community. It's worth noting that when Brazil last picked Hard Rock, they did lose by 31k. Picked Leap in Your Mind, so maybe this one is different because the maps are not very similar. They are both.
Yeah, that was also very short too. This one I think is longer, but it doesn't really, speak out in volume, saying that oh, this is going to be different. But Brazil definitely is trying to gun for something, I guess, a better performance at least from the previous map. That was very close, like you said. 30k is not a lot at all.
Yeah, they'll be putting in Nissan for this map. I believe it's his first time playing this match.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Has played a lot in groups though.
Maybe this is one of those picks that he is especially good at. I mean, we have seen those like niche pick players before.
Yeah, or it just could be that since this map is one of the easier ones to execute, or not sure if that's the right word, but one of the easier ones to play, Nissan might have a pretty good accuracy on this, so they put him in.
That's fair. I know some teams like select their roster for each map differently based on the player's score on the ranking if they have one, for example.
Yeah, a lot of teams might work a little bit differently. We'll be slowly getting into this map here. See if Brazil can keep winning on their own picks, bring this match to a match point, maybe.
Yeah, it's looking like an uphill battle for Hong Kong right now, but for this beginning section, they're actually commanding an early lead. There's a miss from Mouse Easy, although I'm not sure right now. I just noticed that Nissan is frozen in score, so that could be different in reality. Is Nissan all right? I'm not sure if he's still connected.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's on our side or if that's actually a disconnection from him.
Well, there is a disconnection. It's going to be a restart, I think. But the referee is not calling it yet, so I'm going to just assume that he's not showing up for us. But from where we are right now, it seems like Hong Kong is taking an early lead.
Apparently, Nissan is playing.
Yeah, well, sometimes it could happen. Like the client is just not receiving his signal, bad connection and whatnot. So we're gonna have to assume that he is doing his portion of the work. But right now, still it seems like that every full combo otherwise in Brazil's side has broken. We do have full combos remaining for Hong Kong. Skies White and Chaos Slits. So unless Nissan is holding a full combo right now, I think the lead is going to be very convincingly in Hong Kong's favor. Oh, and as I was saying, that Chaos Slits does find a miss. Drop coming in. Oh, but Skies White will be able to hold his still.
I think that's actually a disconnection. The MP link shows that Nissan left the match.
Oh. We'll have to see then. The in-house referee will assist us in making the call. Yeah. So, please hold on tight, guys. No need to panic. No need to start rioting. We will be able to get the latest development to you once we get them.
And goodbye score.
Yep, goodbye score. I only see like 2 digits on my screen right now. And the spin.
We'll actually have to see what the referee says about this.
Yeah, apparently from the chat, from the in-house log, the match has started, and after a minute and 30, at that point he disconnected.
$73 points. Great job, Brazil. I mean, Hong Kong.
Yeah, we are still trying to tweak around with the UI, so I know that sometimes the little bit here and there can be silly, but rest assured that you'll get fixed in the next weekend. I promise you.
Yeah. Regardless of what happened with Nissan here, Hong Kong did win by over the maximum score that you can get on this map. So even if Nissan was playing and SS the map, Hong Kong would have still won that point. So that will be a point for Hong Kong. Getting a point back on the board here, trying to tie things up again. Tiebreaker dream is not dead.
Not dead yet. Hong Kong have to take 3 points in a row if they want to avoid a tiebreaker, but Brazil will of course have that lead still, so they have the comfort knowing that they can fall back 1 more point before really having to struggle. I remember back when 2015, when the tournament scene was still just early developing, like we would have disconnections and bunch of screw-ups here and there, and in-house referees will have to make the call on, if the player full combos his map, how much score we can have, and that make a difference if you really restart the map. Seems that we're back into doing that again. Yeah, Walter is making an explanation to the players in-house. But still, like we predicted, Hong Kong looking very strong with this Hard Rock pick. Seems like Brazil is not too smart in picking this one. Although I will say that it could be what we said in the beginning, an out of comfort zone pick. It's what's needed. You want to really win against a team to take 1 more point from them rather than just the ones of your own.
Yeah, it will be Hong Kong's pick next. Not many maps on the table now. Oh, to the terminus. Looks like they're feeling good on the Hard Rock after just having won that one.
Oh yeah.
Keep going with Hard Rock.
What's the proverb? You want to strike the iron while it's hot. So Hong Kong definitely going in for that. And we're seeing one more new face coming in, Yuzinho from Brazil, coming for his pick. I suppose they're subbing out Nissan, who may be suffering from unstable connection, and of course, if you disconnect that late into the map, we really can't, restart the map for you. So you might want to look into that if your connection is a little bit fidgety. And Hong Kong, is there a roster switch? I don't think so. MCY, Chaos Slits, Skies Y, and Kids. I think it's the same 4 from last map.
I'm a little bit curious to see what Yuzinho can do on this. I haven't really seen him play much at all. I believe he only played in one match in the group.
Yeah, definitely all eyes on Yuzinho. Of course, no pressure to Yuzinho. I don't want him to feel like we're picking on him, saying like, oh, here's a new guy, let's bully him. Alright, so going into this final Hard Rock pick for this match, it's going to be the Terminus.
We'll see if Hong Kong can keep their confidence going after winning that last pick. This one is definitely more of a standard pick. I think I would normally say this favors Brazil, but after the last map, I don't really know. Looks like Brazil will have the early act lead though. Yeah,
BPM 206. This one will be very, you have to be really comfortable in this zone. This one is already considered high BPM. And early miss comes from Giz. So Skies, they all have a Z in their name. I kind of jump in between them all the time. But yeah. So Skies will be able to, Skies will allow Brazil to grow a lead for now. Then again, this map is fairly long, so seeing that the rest of the teammates are still holding on, we're going to reserve our opinions till later. Alright, the first break point here, Brazil will be able to see that they have a lead, so now they can play back on the combo, knowing that they have that combo advantage. Be a little bit relaxed on the accuracy. They have the accuracy lead too, so not really, the score is not going to go anywhere. They have the lead. Oh, Kelsey is breaking! Oh, that's not really good.
I think that's his first miss of the match?
No, he missed the last map too.
Oh.
Yeah, Malzizi as well, so I believe Malzizi still has a full combo, so that means Malzizi won't beat Slits if he full combos this map as well.
Yeah, strong lead for Brazil now. So 4 FCs to 2. One of them being fairly low accuracy as well. This is looking really good for Brazil here.
Yeah, MCY looking a little bit shaky there with the accuracy, but Yuzinho, oh, the new guy, he breaks for his first debut this match. Well, his team is there to back him up, so he has nothing to worry about. About halfway left still.
Yeah, it should equalize the score a little bit at least. Make a Hong Kong comeback possible.
Oh, but Kelsey is breaking once again. Oh no, it's never mind. He was just a blind buggy.
So the rest of Brazil is still holding strong though. Yuzinho struggling a little bit, but that's okay. Still with a strong lead.
Long stream section. There's holding through that. I don't think there's major accuracy drop either. Oh, but Giz will be the next one to drop, and he had a full combo. So that's going to be the score taking off for Brazil. We're pushing at the final section 2. So this is where accuracy plus 4 growing a huge lead, and we're going to see a 2-digit score from Brazil this time, maybe. Oh, and MCY breaking there is going to be a nail in the coffin. There's nothing that Brazil could do right now to throw off their win, except for a 4-man fail or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, the score is very convincing in their favor. Nothing needs to be said.
Really solid win there.
Yeah, really solid. Now it's tiebreaker dream is still alive, but Hong Kong will have to really climb that upward hill to make that happen.
Almost 3 FCs to none. Masisi
will
be breaking in the end there.
Well, 3,700.
Yep. Oh, there's a 4 in there. We can see it.
Yeah, there's half a 4. There's half a 4 in there. I just saw it. All right. So enough picking on Pepe's UI design, but that's going to be Brazil going into their match point. Oof, very, very good job to the Brazilian players.
Yeah, on their pick as well.
Yeah.
Great situation to be in. We'll see what they want to go with. Still, climb is high, open for them. Or black or white.
If it's Brazil, I'm gonna maybe guess. This kind of hardcore sounds like the pick that I would take if I were Brazil right now.
It sounds like something Melsuzi and Monsieur are very good on.
Yeah, but they probably are going to hold that back for now because maybe the other teammates are not so sure about that. If they lose the next pick, they do still have one more pick. No, sorry, this is the last pick, what am I saying? So yeah, this is the final pick of the match for Brazil.
Yeah, not much left for them. 2 Nomads, 2 Hiddens. There's no Hard Rocks or DTs left. 2 free mods.
Yeah, that also explains why the players are taking a little bit longer time to decide. They really have to make every single pick count, and if their team is not on par to their expectations, they will suffer. But if let's say Hong Kong wins this one, what will they pick next? You know, assuming it's gonna be, you know, Brazil picks very hardcore. Maybe Hong Kong will pick the AR8 HD, which is Tokasa Funtoki. I mean, this dungeon map is kind of gimmicky.
I don't think Brazil wants to pick that one.
Yeah, I mean Hong Kong, sorry. Hong Kong will pick that one if they get to pick again.
Yeah. Or at least I don't think Brazil wants to play it.
Considering
they did ban Crush in group stages quite often. Taking their time. Hard decision.
And referee now asking Brazil to make their final pick. Black or white going into the Nomad pick.
I think it's probably the best option available to them.
Indeed.
But it is a little bit on the easier side here too. We can see we can. There's good potential for 8 FCs on this map, so any break can be pretty huge. It is never over, but Brazil are on match point. If they win this one, they will advance in the winners bracket.
Yeah, and Hong Kong is on their lifeline. They have to make sure they don't miss this one before they can get to the next pick and making it into tiebreaker.
Looks like no roster swaps from Brazil side. I believe that's all the people that played the last map.
Yeah, Yuzinho was staying in, and I don't think Hong Kong. Well, no, Nanako switched in for Hong Kong.
I thought we would be streaming Sky's play for Hong Kong here. I believe he did play the stream Nomad in groups quite often, but looks like they're not opting. Gonna go with Nanako instead. Hong Kong fighting for their life here. They cannot lose another map.
Yeah, Brazil has Hong Kong backed into a corner, but Hong Kong is not the kind of team to go out without fighting. They will fight to their last man standing, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. Summoning up their inner strength for the final pick of the Brazilian side. Early misses do come from Saku and Chaos Litzel.
They're really early on.
Yeah.
That's not good for your confidence, but we'll see what happens. Brazil still holding everything good. It's like Saku and Yuzinho with a little bit of a lower than usual accuracy here compared to everyone else on the board. Kind of tying each other out. Looks like Brazil will have about a 60k lead going through the first slow section though, but we are getting into some streams now.
And a drop coming from Yuzinho.
Yeah, that's gonna tie some things up. The lead is slowly swinging into Hong Kong's favor here. If they all hold on, they will be winning this bit.
Yeah, the players' recovery from the early breaks. But let's see if the lead can be switched. It does switch over, but still only a small margin right now. Now they're dropping. Oh, right there before the slow section.
That's huge actually.
Yeah.
Now Brazil are looking to win this pick.
The precondition has broken, and Brazil will be able to reclaim their lead. And in final section 2, the score will start swinging hugely in favor of the team that has the accuracy advantage. I do think that's Brazil as well. And gets almost, that's the last of their 4 combos remaining, so that's gonna be it. Brazil will take this one over Hong Kong, 6-3.
Pretty solid performance on them. Pretty convincingly winning this last map.
Indeed. Very, very well performed from the Brazilian players. And they will advance to round of 8 winners. Hong Kong will drop into losers, but they're not out of the match yet. Sorry, out of the tournament yet. Once again, Mouse Easy, a carrying performance. 9-100s, a full combo. Meanwhile, Chaos Slits also almost there, but just a tad bit short.
Yeah, it's also worth noting my end of some Amicia. Following that up with a great performance on mini maps here. Brazil in general actually played this match pretty well. They've won a lot of Hong Kong's picks, and they definitely deserve this victory, 6-3. Should be pretty happy with how they performed.
Absolutely. Well played to both teams, and I will say that this is a very good match. Even though the score may seem like it's hugely in favor of Brazil, but it did come down to the wires for a couple of maps. Then again, Brazil has shown themselves to be the more consistent team at the end of the day, and they will be able to take it to the next stage in the winners bracket. So for now, that's going to be all there is, and we're going to take about 10